Well, we're just about set for the start of the second period. We're going to send it back upstairs to Paul and Louie. And a lot different pace to this game, guys, in that first one.
Well, there certainly was in that period. St. Cloud Apollo and Hibbing both had opportunities to score goals, and it was mainly because they had end-to-end action. They were going up and down extremely fast. They were moving the puck. They were really forechecking, and each goaltender had numerous saves to make. And we see right here, Hajduk makes a fine save as Heinimi was in all alone, and later on, Hibbing had the same kind of opportunity on Troy Fritz, and you know you've got to get good goaltending. See how Fritz moves out there? He not only goes down on the V to make the save, but he bounces right back up, and good goaltending's brought these clubs here. They've gotten solid goaltending all year long and are displaying it again today.
And Hajduk had a total of 7 saves in the first period, and Troy Fritz with a total of 5 for St. Cloud Apollo, who is trying to do something that has never been done in Region 2. No team has ever won a championship. They have been runner-up twice. 4 times they have finished in 3rd place in 6 consolation championships. The overall record is 42-64. Region 7 has won 81 games and lost 29, and 15 championships to their credit in Region 7.
Well, St. Cloud comes in with a fine goaltending in Fritz. They've got a big, strong defenseman with an outstanding shot in Carlson, and a great scorer in Hiltner, who's been their leader all year long. So when you've got 3 people like that, one at each position, you're going to be a threat, and they definitely are a threat. I think that first period, with them coming out, not only getting the lead, but playing very well throughout, has got to give them a great deal of confidence. They felt that they can get to the state tournament. They felt that they can display a good amount of ability and make a run at the title. They certainly have shown that in the first period. Coming in against a team like Hibbing, it was, if anyone was the favorite team to win the state tournament and taking the lead in that first period.
Lou, what a great story, too, for Eddie Zins, 29-15-2. But he spent 20 years with Willard Eichela before returning to his hometown of St. Cloud, Minnesota. And back behind the net, we're underway here in the second period of play. And Apollo has a 1-0 lead on Hiltner's 28th goal of the year. And the puck goes back, and it's going to be an icing called. And Lou, I thought it was kind of interesting talking with Eddie Zins yesterday. His mother is 82 years old. She is in attendance at this hockey game here this afternoon. He says she's a pretty aggressive person. She shoveled the snow on Monday and carries 145 average as a bowler at 82.
Well, that's one of the reasons why Ed Zins has probably been so successful. Comes from good stock.
And it's played down to the corner by Hallstrom around the boards. As throughout the tournament, you'll hear the Apollo fans chanting, "Eddie, Eddie," as he's very popular up in St. Cloud. As Hibbing now trailing only by a goal. Iozo in over the blue line. That's taken away and moved back up ice. And controlling it now, here's Carlson in over the blue line, tied up by Hansen. 2 pretty good players bumping right there, centered out in front. And it comes back along the boards on the near side. And coming in over the blue line, Hansen, and the pass across to Anderkin. Back to Hansen, and he was cut down in front of the net. No penalty whistled there. 14 minutes remaining here in the second period. And Hibbing trying to keep it in the offensive zone here as the Blue Jackets down by a goal. Moving it on the left side, and with it is Grillo. Grillo took a shot which was blocked off the body and cleared out over the blue line. Carlson partially blocked it. It's picked up by Hiltner. In over the line, tried to go to Hallstrom. Knocked down, and coming back, Hibbing now to set it up, and it's cleared right out in front. Trying to get a shot off, and it was taken by Hallstrom, and the save by Hajduk.
Well, Hallstrom couldn't get a handle on that pass out from behind the net. It looked like he would have a clear shot. He lost it momentarily, had to spin around, and he really didn't get a good shot away, but Hajduk nonetheless came out to cut that angle, make the save, and fall on it. A fine opportunity, but it just went awry by a foot or 2 right there as Hallstrom couldn't get a good shot away, being checked very closely.
Hallstrom with 28 points in the year, including 13 goals. Apollo still leading as Charpentier chasing it down to Hajduk for the save. Pedaled it off around over to Bryant on the near side. And it was held in by Charpentier. Flipped around the boards going to Ross Ball, who's a junior. And it's played on the far wing is St. Cloud Apollo trying to move it to the slot. And Hibbing clearing it out of their own zone. Broke it up at the blue line by Triplett, playing it back to the blue line of the Blue Jackets. Get over the line on the near zone, and in a 1-0 game, we have 12:50 remaining as they try to move it right out in front as Grillo was right there. Zetzel with a pass, but Grillo couldn't handle it. Back the other way. Here's Charpentier in over the blue line. Charpentier tried to go to ball, coming over to try to help out as Mendel. Hibbing coming to the blue line, in over the line on the left side, and Zetzel off of the pass, shot in the save by Troy Fritz.
Well, a good opportunity for Hibbing right there, but Troy Fritz made the big save and kept this game at 1-0 for St. Cloud.
And this is Hockey 84 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
Introducing Dodge Daytona, Daytona Turbo, Daytona Turbo Z. Cars that will revolutionize your perspective of the American road. Standard 550 protection, fuel injected, front wheel drive, and 2 models turbocharged. The revolutionary Daytonas from Dodge. The American road will never look the same again.
We are Dodge and America's revolution.
12:29 remaining in the second period, and it's Apollo leading here by a score of 1-0. Heavy pressure in front of the net, cleared down to the corner on the far side over to Carlson as he went down. Whistle and play will be stopped.
One thing St. Cloud has gotten, that's a big defense, and that proves very valuable whenever there's traffic around the net. You see sometimes the opposition trying to set up in front to screen the goaltender. People like Carlson back there, he can move people out. He and Murphy, Mendel, good size. They get people away so Fritz can see that shot.
All three that Lou just mentioned are listed at 6'2". Back of the cage now with the far side. It goes around over to McLeod. Oh, and McLeod is knocked off his skates on a check that was thrown there by Vidmar. And Hibbing now setting it up in the attacking zone. They try to center the puck. Hit the back of the net, loose along the boards at the near side, right out in front. Cleared by Carlson, gloved on the near point, whistle, and play will be stopped as Gaustad advanced the puck there.
Well, he not only advanced it, he closed his hand on the puck, and he sort of played it ahead, a little like a baseball player. He looked quite sharp. As we look at Fritz, who has been extremely sharp throughout the afternoon. St. Cloud right now feeling the pressure of Hibbing's forecheck, not able to come out smoothly out of the zone. And this man right here is their leader. He's going to have to get some offensive spark going.
And Apollo setting it up, and it's played in over the blue line by Mendel, knocked down. Hiltner tried to come up with it. It's Hallstrom. Hallstrom on the left side. Hallstrom's pass, and it comes back out to Mendel at the point of the right side. Mendel playing it down to the corner on the near wing. Both teams at full strength. And here comes Andrikin on the lead. Andrikin to Iozo. Drop pass to Andrikin, and it was taken away by Hiltner. Back the other way. Left wing to Heinevi. He can't catch up with it. And back goes Hibbing. And this is Hansen. Tom Hansen, a junior and a good player. Saw him in the sectional finals. Coming in over the blue line. Hansen down to the corner of the near side. Working right out. Oh, and the shot is tipped wide. As Hansen setting up the man right out in front. That was Maroldt. And he couldn't get it past Fritz.
Marolt's going to be dreaming about that one.
And here's Andrikin down to the corner of the far boards. Andrikin's pass to the point. And it was held in but cleared by Apollo to their own blue line and out of the zone. It's still 1-0 here with 10:50 remaining. And it's picked up here, Charpentier. Dave Charpentier in over the blue line. Charpentier with a puck. A shot and the save by Hajduk, the goaltender for Hibbing. And it's loose along the boards. This has been a good game here. Edina winning the first one over Grosel. There's his shot, and it was knocked down, and the save is made. And there's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Only your independent Lennox dealer has the most efficient gas furnace yet developed, the Lennox Pulse. Call Dale Thompson at Sylvander Heating in Red Wing to find out more.
Well, St. Cloud right there called for pushing the puck ahead with their hand. The faceoff comes out of the zone. They'll have to start all over as they nullified a good opportunity with that pass, hand pass.
And the Blue Jackets play it in over the blue line in a game in which they trail 1-0. Catani with it down to the corner. Carlson is there trying to move it out of the zone. Ball with it past his own blue line. Moving it up ice, he's got Crookton on his right. And Clifton going after the puck, and it comes back out to center ice to Murphy. Take it away, and Carlson back to move it up ice. And Hibbing still trailing 1-0 in the game, and they will send back Richie Bryant to set it up. Bryant coming cross ice in the lead. Here's Claudio with it. Get over the blue line, played down in the corner on the near wing. 9:52 remaining, and it's set up by Grillo on the right side. Grillo and Nikolov tried to take a shot. That was blocked. Back the other way comes Apollo's Mendel. Apollo's Mendel striding in. Backhander, it's knocked down and cleared across the crease, and it's set up. Back in behind the net, and a good opportunity there for the Eagles of Apollo, and whistle and play will be stopped with 9:30 in the period.
Well, that fella, Jeremy Mendel, has only a 9th grader, but has been the second leading scorer for this club all year long. Made a good move coming down as he breaks towards that net. He sees McLeod coming with him, tries to get a pass across. Had he been able to complete that, High Duke would have been beat. A fine opportunity for St. Cloud, only nullified by a bad pass at the goal mouth.
28th goal of the year from Mike Hiltner, making it 1-0, the only goal of the game here in this quarterfinal between Section 2 and Section 7. Gostad back in behind his own net. Moving it up ice now, and the pass going back over to Stickhandle with it is Triplett as he angled it off the boards. Hibbing holding it in with a shot. Blocked by Triplett in the slot area. The puck came loose, but whistle and play is stopped. 9:08 in the period. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Sunshine is yours for the basking. Republic to Phoenix, $299 round trip. Call a travel agent or Republic Airlines.
You see Triplett limping off. He made a fine play. He had to smother that shot. Hibbing putting on a great deal of pressure. It looked like they were going to be in all alone. Triplett, the lone man back there, fell down, sprawled, and made the save on the shot and covered up. We look at a little bit of paint on the fellow's face here, and one of the onlookers today.
Do you have any of people dressed up like that in Sarajevo?
No, I think it was too cold to have anything on your face there except some clothing.
I heard you say you're glad to be home, huh?
You know how good we got it when you go someplace like that.
Added set up in a 1-0 game with 8:58 remaining in a period. We have another player down to the ice.
I think that's Hiltner, and he got injured probably when he blocked that shot. That's one person that they don't want to see out of the lineup.
There is Eddie Zins looking on, somewhat concerned now. 20 years with Willard Eikela out of Edina, and he came to 14 out of the 16 tournaments that Edina participated in. Then decided to go back to his home area of St. Cloud, retired, volunteered to do some coaching, and a couple of years later he winds up being the head coach again. Well,
he said when he got up there that the kids were just happy to get close, and the one thing he had to do is just start telling them that they could be winners.
1-0 is the score. This is Hockey 84 live from the St. Paul Civic Center.
When you're plugged into the Northwestern Bell Information Network, you're not just plugged into the biggest network in your office, or the biggest in town, or the biggest in the country. When you're plugged into Northwestern Bells, you're plugged into the biggest information network in the world. If you have information to move, nothing moves more of it to more places more quickly, more reliably than the information network of Northwestern Bell.
8 minutes, 58 seconds remaining in the second period. It's 1-0 St. Cloud Apollo. And it's played down to the right side. Back in the Hibbing zone is John Hyduke. The junior looks out. Gives it off to Vidmar. Vidmar off on the wing and trying to clear it. And it's tied up along the boards. His ball is there along with Charpentier. And Hibbing works it loose from the boards and moving it up ice. And it's played in over the blue line. Kasner was there coming back out to center ice over to Gostad. And Carlson back, and whistle and play will be stopped in the Apollo zone.
Well, Kasner couldn't get out in time, so it caused the offside. One thing to look for, Tom Hansen on defense for Hibbing. He's number 2, as we said, a junior with a great deal of potential. Very quick. Anytime the play is moving up ice and he's on the ice, he comes in, he fills in that hole very well. He gets to be the fourth man on the play. Sometimes he'll lead the rush. Extremely dangerous because he comes in from behind when no one's watching him, and he had some good opportunities in the first period. In the second period, he made a fine pass right across, only to have the play go by the net as Moralt missed the open side.
And St. Cloud Apollo, Charpentier going left wing. As Ball tried to pick it up on the wing, it comes back out over to Triplet, cross ice over to Mendel. Back to the blow line of the Blue Jackets, and they play it down to the Apollo zone. And coming back goes John Mendel, the senior, over to pick it up. And the puck is loose in the corner. He's Hibbing setting it up right out in front. Shot deflected down to the corner of the near side. As Hibbing now trailing by a goal, trying to get something going here in the second period. Charpentier moving it out of his own zone. Tried to go off over to Crookton. Played by Hibbing back in over the blue line as Claudeau goes back. And it's banked around the boards, and Mendel on the near side. Over to Crookton on the lead. Ahead to Charpentier. Get over the line. It's Ball cutting it off the wing. Shot, and it's knocked down by Hajduk. And the rebound. Hansen throwing it around the boards, and he clears it out of the zone. We have 7:30 remaining here in the second period. Halfway through this game, and it's a 1-0 score. Apollo in the lead, and over the blue line. Here's Hiltner right out in front. Shot, a goal by Eric Hallstrom, his 14th goal of the year. And Apollo takes a 2-0 lead.
And that was a textbook goal if there ever was one. A beautiful play set up with a fine pass across from Hiltner. Hallstrom on the doorstep just deflects that shot. He doesn't even stop it. Watch him as he sets up in front. 14's Hallstrom. He just deflects it up and over right underneath the crossbar, beating Hajduk, putting St. Cloud up 2-0. An outstanding play right here. We see the pass come across, and Hallstrom, knowing he's going to get checked, knowing he hasn't got much time, just puts that puck up and over. And here comes Mike Hiltner with a fine backhand pass, the leader on the offense for the St. Cloud team, scoring the first one, setting up the second one, as Eric Hallstrom right there puts a fine shot up and over Hajduk.
So the Central Lakes Conference representative here in the tournament, and their coach Eddie Zinn's looking on at that big scoreboard here at the St. Paul Civic Center, and they see a deuce up there, and nothing right now for Hibbing.
Hibbing this period had been coming on, putting on a great deal of pressure, so they shouldn't quit now. They've got to just come right back.
Hallstrom in over the blue line again. Backhander knocked down by Hajduk. And it's shot wide as Hajduk is struggling there to get back in goal a little bit. And it's played down to the corner in the near board. 7:03 remaining. Here's Iozo overskating the puck. You can't count Hibbing out of this yet. Any team that wins 21 games in a season only loses one. They could come back very, very strongly. Iozo in over the blue line. We still have 6:48 remaining in the second period. And it's played down to the corner, going back over Bryant, and whistle, and play is stopped. There's a break in the action. We'll be right back with the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
Checking plus interest. That's what a TCF Pass Card checking account gives you. Open one up at Twin City Federal.
Two to nothing is the score here at the St. Paul Civic Center. St. Cloud Apollo out in front. And it's Mendel with it. Mendel on the pass ahead, trying to bring it out of the zone. Mendel to Mendel. Jeremy Mendel and John Mendel. And the back end behind is Troy Fritz looking out. Here's Antonio Cantani with a shot. Cantani had 52 points of the year, including 5 power play goals. Moved it up ice. Here's John Mendel to the blue line, and he flipped it down to the corner, and striding back over to pick it up is Bostad in behind the net. Knocked down to the far wing. Whistle and play will be stopped with 6:10 in the period.
Well, St. Cloud not allowing anybody to stand around that net. Catani had an opportunity. Mendel gets that puck out. They come down, and they're content to just put the puck in the zone and do some forechecking. That time, however, St. Cloud forward falling on the puck and freezing it caused a stoppage in play, so the face-off will come outside the blue line.
And the draw goes back down to the right side of Hajduk as he looks out in goal. Hibbing now trailing by a couple of goals, and they try to headman the puck up ice to Cantani, and back goes Carlson, number 12 for Apollo. There's Carlson on the wing, and the breakout to Zenzen. Zenzen ahead to Mendel, and over the line, and Mendel ran into his own man, and that player may be hurt. It was Mendel, I believe, who's getting up very slowly, but he seems to be all right.
We saw Ken Carlson come around the net just before that play as he's breaking up ice. That's the first time he's really done that with speed. Someone like Ken Carlson with his size, his ability, when he starts using speed, he's pretty hard to pin in that zone. And if he continues to do that, he's going to present problems for Hibbing on their forecheck. He's going to be able to catch some of those forwards in deep and move that puck out.
5 minutes, 39 seconds remaining here in the second period. And Hibbing now, who won the sectional final in their hometown, at their Charpentier whistle, and play will be stopped. The first goal of the game was scored by Hiltner, his 28th goal of the year. He got the game-winning goal in overtime to defeat Anoka in the Region 2 final, and that was held at the Duluth Arena. And that, I saw that game, Lou, and it was a very, very exciting game. They scored with about 36 seconds left in regulation time to tie it, and then won it with 19 seconds left in the overtime. And coming back now to stick handle with the puck, here's Murphy behind his own net on the wing on the near side of it to Hallstrom. He's got the other goal for Apollo. Nikolov trying to give it to Iozo, and it's cleared to Hiltner, knocked down, and Andrikin with the puck. Andrikin, 45 points of the year. Andrikin trying to move it in, and he's wrestled to the ice. No penalty called. Fans thought so. Iozo right out in front. Shot save by Troy Fritz, point-blank range. And that was a big league save, Lou Nanny.
It certainly was. Iozo putting Andrikin in all alone from point-blank range. But Troy Fritz, as he has done so often in the past, came up again with a big save, keeping his game at 2-0. He stood right there, stood his ground until he finally had to go to make that save. A fine opportunity, some good pass play right there from Iozo. But look at Fritz, how he maintained his balance, stayed in position, and bounced right back up after he makes that save.
Fritz has given up 43 goals so far this season, an average of 2.54. His overall record is 12-4-1 on the season. And controlling the puck now, moving it up ice, is Mendel. Mendel stick handling with it, carries it to the blue line. In over the line, pass to his brother, shot in Hajduk to save.
Well, one thing Mendel's got to do there is move that puck up a little quicker. His brother was already ahead of him. Let him take that lead pass and go and stay back there. They're winning 2-0. That St. Cloud defense, big and strong, should just try and gain position, take a couple steps, move it up, and keep the pressure off their own zone and start putting pressure on Hibbing. You don't want to get your forward standing flat-footed, as was the case right there, because they can be very effective in the opposition's defensive zone.
And Hibbing down to buy a couple of goals now. The puck is flipped down to the corner of the left side. Lajeau played it there, back into behind the net. Lajeau taken down. Trillo coming over to try and help out as well. And at the near wing to work it up ice on the lead pass. And coming in over the blue line now, off on the wing, Zenzen back in behind the cage. 4:12 remaining in the period here as the puck is loose and controlled by Hibbing. Here's Catani moving it up ice. He's got Zezel on his left and Grillo on his right. And going back now, Hibbing in their own zone, able to pick it up. And Apollo forechecking Charpentier there. Also in the zone is Crookton. And loose the ball down to the corner of the far side, coming around as Grillo trying to set something up as they break it out of the zone. Hibbing with 2 high school championships in 52 and 73 and a 14-4 record in this, their 7th appearance. Will have to come from behind here. Here's Charpentier. Get over the blue line. It's broken up and coming back out and holding it in is Crookton. Crookton off. Here's ball. Oh, and he lost control of the puck as he was trying to put it on his stick for the wrist shot. Back the other way, played in on the right wing, down to the corner, as Hibbing setting it up now, trying to go to the high slot area. Apollo clears it, one touching it. Here's Crookton on the lead, the ball. That's broken up, and Carlson lost it at his own line. There's Mendel, and whistle and play will be stopped.
Well, Hibbing coming back with that speed of theirs, trying to go wide and set up someone in the slot, but St. Cloud's defense, as we said, with a good size and a long reach, they're all 6'2", 6'1". They're able to just poke that puck away. Hibbing's going to have to drive to the net a little more than they're doing right now and try and get some angle shots, and maybe a rebound will come out front because the slot area has been protected very well by the St. Cloud defenseman, and the St. Cloud center coming back in deep.
Andrikin, Iozo, and Marolt are out now for Hibbing. You talk about people that have done a lot for the game of ice hockey. How about George Perpich, huh? 29 years. Fine gentleman. Had the opportunity to meet him up in Hibbing. He's here in attendance at this tournament. There you see the time remaining in the second period. And going back is Bryant. Bryant out over to center ice, intended for Iozo. broke it up, and now Apollo driving it in. It's triplet. Hajduk steering it out to his right side. 2-0 the score as Hibbing setting it up to come out of their own zone. Here's Iozo. Iozo in over the blue line, tried to break into the wing, and it was played to the blue line and held in, cleared from the slot by Mendel. Out over to center ice, stick handling with the puck now, and it comes back over as Bryant with the puck on the far side, lost it. Here's Heinemi down to the corner, and Heinemi working the boards, trying to get some help from Hiltner, and Apollo going back to their own zone to set it up. And here is Murphy, and we've got a penalty being called against the Eagles of St. Cloud Apollo.
Well, Ken Carlson will be going off right there as he just hooked the Hibbing forward, breaking away from him. And Carlson just had that puck bounce over his stick. He reacted just a little bit too slowly with the quickness of that Hibbing forward. He had to then turn around, hook the man down. You see it right here. And this is going to put Hibbing on the power play and giving them an opportunity to get back in the game as they trailed 2-0.
We're in the second period with 2:10 remaining. Lou, this is obviously a big opportunity here for him.
It certainly is. Hibbing would like to get a goal before the end of the period, get it down to 2-1. And when you got the power play like this, you want to make sure you're capitalizing on it, because you don't want to give St. Cloud a lot of confidence going into the dressing room, having killed off a penalty and leading by 2.
Tom Hansen back at his own net to set it up. Hansen, a junior, 23 points in the year. Fine hockey player for the Blue Jackets. Stick handling with the puck, moving it out to the neutral zone. Pass Zenzen. And over the line, this is Hansen carrying it into zone. Over to Antonio Catani. Cutting to the net. Catani with a shot to goal. By Antonio Catani, his 28th goal of the year. And it's 2-1.
Well, Hansen came across the blue line. He dropped the pass, and it almost was a bad pass because he didn't look where he dropped it. Fortunately, Catani was alert. He grabbed that puck right in front of the St. Cloud forward, cut around the outside of the defenseman. Then as he broke to the net, Catani fakes a pass. He's got the opportunity to pass, doesn't. The goaltender doesn't hit him with his goal stick. Poke check that puck away, allows Catani to come in front, and he just shoves it in to make it 2-1. You see Catani coming across the middle and putting that puck away, allowing Hibbing to close the deficit from 2-0 to 2-1, still having 1:35 to go in this period.
There you see the banner of Hibbing #1, where they were rated most of the year in the state of Minnesota. Antonio Catani, and back to the point of the right side. It's Mendel playing it in behind the net. In a 2-1 game, Apollo here still leading in the hockey game. This has been a good one. And it's played around the boards on the far side. Edina beat Roseau 7-0 in the first game, and Hajduk will glove that one and stop the play. The assist on that goal going to #2, Ross Ball, his 8th assist of the year, and also to #6, and that is Hiltner.
No, the assist on that was Hansen.
Pardon me, Hansen #2. I'm sorry.
Hansen and Zeisel, but Hansen made the play coming all the way up the ice. He was weaving from his own zone, got control of the zone, then he dropped the pass right to Catani. Catani made the play coming around the defenseman, cutting in front and stuffing it in.
So Zezel gets the assist, and there's his shot, knocking it down right out in front. Heavy traffic, and it was cleared on the far board. Zezel, his 16th assist of the year, and Hansen his 20th assist of the year on the 28th goal of the year by Antonio Catani. And moving it in, trying to get off a shot right out in front, and Hallstrom was there, but it's cleared. Back up ice, here's Heinemi. Get over the blue line, Heinemi trying to go to Iozo. And the puck is loose, trying to hold it in. Andrikin and Iozo try to set something up. Iozo is in the slot, and it goes to the point of the far side. Andrikin on the wing with Marolt, and it comes back out over to center ice. Here's Hallstrom in over the line with Hiltner, and it's broken up on a beautiful play there as Hibbing knocking it down, and it's played back to the left side of Hajduk. And up and down action with 22 seconds remaining. As Antonio Catani cut the lead to 2-1. Now they're playing it ahead with the hand, and whistle play will stop there.
Well, Hallstrom was in with Hiltner, and you knew he wanted to pass to him. He was all alone on the right side. The Hibbing defenseman took the pass away, yet Hallstrom still tried to pass that puck across rather than taking a shot. When you're leading 2-1, you got 30 seconds to go in the period. You're in 2-1, and you got the opportunity to shoot the puck. Shoot the puck. It's never wrong to get a shot on net.
So we'll have the face-off coming up now with 10 seconds remaining in the period. Both teams at equal strength. And it's loose at center ice, and it's over by the bench area on the far side, and Hibbing trying to pick it up. And we have come to the end of the second period of play. And here in this period, Hallstrom getting his 14th goal of the year. Antonio Catani is 28th in the first period. Hiltner is 28th goal of the year. And Lou, this is a good one. Here with St. Cloud Apollo leading it 2-1. Let's go down to Sports Control to Ralph John Fritz and Mark Rosen.
All right, man, 2-1 in a much more wide open period of hockey that time, Mark.
Catani's goal for Hibbing, the important one for the Blue Jackets, because had Apollo gone in the locker room leading 2-0 in the third period, it would have been a lot more difficult for Hibbing to come back. An exciting game, though, back and forth, type of game I think we all expected today.
So it is 2-1. The Hibbing Blue Jackets are trailing St. Cloud Apollo, and this is continuing coverage of Hockey 84.
Remember how great chocolate malts used to taste? Thick, creamy, smooth, rich chocolate, mild and mellow malt flavor. Kemp's brings it all back in Kemp's Chalet malted milk. Real ice cream with the special goodness of a chocolate malt. Dish it, blend it, but don't miss it. Kemp's Chalet malted milk, a new Kemp's ice cream flavor that tastes as good as you think it will.
Dear Republic Airlines, in the hurry-up world of airline travel, one 5-year-old boy wouldn't seem to matter much. But when we flew Republic to California, Dave Oberschmidt, Melinda Hewlin, and Captain Smith went so out of their way to show him such a good time that now Ryan flies Republic every single day.
Every year, Republic gets thousands of letters that really say the same thing. Nobody serves our Republic like Republic.
We decided it was finally time for a new family car. You know, reliable, roomy, but also good on gas. And we wanted it to have style, too. So we shopped around. And you know something? The car that really did it for both of us was the Dodge Aries K, right down at our Dodge dealer. It's got room for 6, front-wheel drive, and it looks terrific. We also got the exclusive Chrysler Corporation 550 protection plan. I think we finally found a car we both could love. The Dodge Aries K at your Vikingland Dodge dealer.
Well, we are back in between periods. Second period here, 2-1. It's Hibbing trailing again St. Cloud Apollo with that slim 1-goal lead.
Let's turn it down to Tom Hanneman now with, does that look like the chicken, Tom? Who is that?
Well, you've heard of the unknown comic. This is the unknown eagle. St. Cloud Apollo is the mascot, of course, the eagle. Better known as Maria Morgan. Maria, take that eagle's head off for a minute. A little warm in there, I imagine.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
10th grade.
And obviously this has to be the highlight of all those years, having Apollo in the tournament.
Pardon?
It has to be the highlight of all the years you've worn this uniform, having Apollo in the tournament.
Yeah.
You find you cheer maybe a little bit louder because you are disguised, or what effect does that have on you?
Yeah. You can get crazier in costume because nobody knows who you are. This is fun.
You're having a good time here today.
Yeah.
I would hope so. Okay, Maria, thanks so much, and good luck to Apollo in the third period.
Thank you.
Back to Sports Control.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much. You know, there was a time in that second period where St. Cloud had a real difficult time looking at their star player, Mike Hiltner, on the ice. Looked like he had an ankle injury. The next shift, though, Ralph, he came back out and he assisted on the second goal.
He came right back and assisted here. Watch for number 6, Hiltner, after being injured, as you point out there. Nice feed. Number 14, Eric Hallstrom, deflects it right over John Hyduke of Hibbing, and it is a 2-0 lead, and another goal would have really put Hibbing in trouble. There you see it one more time. Eric Hallstrom with the goal for St. Cloud Apollo. Take a look right here. Nice feed and the goal.
St. Cloud has a big defensive unit. In this situation here, Hibbing's breaking down, and Andrikin was tripped up from behind. Hooking call right there. That put him on the power play, and Tom Hansen, their outstanding junior defenseman, set up the goal here, carrying the puck into the St. Cloud zone, feeding Catani. Catani had 2 options there. He could have passed it off. Instead, he stuck it in the near side here. Another look. There's Hansen over to Catani. And the captain brings it in front, slides it under the pads, and that made it 2-1. A very big goal indeed for Hibbing as they go into the third and final period.
What a great name for a player, Antonio Catani.
Yeah.
So it is 2-1 as Hibbing pulls within one of St. Cloud Apollo with that goal at the end of the period.
Live from the St. Paul Civic Center, this is continuing action of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.
IRA at TCF.
Not only can you build up a retirement fortune a month at a time, you can reduce the taxes you pay today.
That's IRA at TCF.
Even on a modest income, you can do it. Your own tax dollars help, and Twin City Federal's high interest rates help.
That's IRA at TCF.
And TCF helps you with monthly deposit plans made to order for the average wage earner.
That's IRA at TCF, the sure way to build a future fortune a month at a time.
Today, finding the home of your dreams can awaken you to a world of realities. A clear view of value and financing demands a new breed of real estate professional. With sensitivity and certainty, Merrill Lynch Realty provides careful guidance to complement the sophistication of this changing market. So now, when a tradition of integrity and financial awareness are so appropriate, talk to the people at Merrill Lynch Realty and see why we are the Merrill Lynch of realtors.
Dear Republic Airlines, my name is John Langenfeld. Because of Republic Airlines, our family of 7 got to go to San Diego. My dad does lots of traveling with your airline, so we used the tickets from your frequent flyer program to take our very first winter vacation. Thanks for your frequent flyer program, and thanks for taking good care of my dad.
Every year, Republic gets thousands of letters that really say the same thing. Nobody serves our Republic like Republic.
Well, when it comes to school spirit, few schools can generate that enthusiasm like they do at St. Cloud Apollo. And despite the fact that this is their first year in the tournament, I'll tell you, they're supporting their team like old pros.
It's just really neat to see everyone kind of united in one spirit right now. It's nice.
School spirit is contagious here at Apollo High School in St. Cloud. From athletics to theater arts, these students are proud of their achievements and love to share them, especially in the form of a hockey team on its way to state. Built in 1970, the school derives its name from the Apollo space program. Like that historic mission to the moon, Apollo High School has broken new ground with its unique modular scheduling system. As one of the few remaining schools in the state that utilizes the system, Apollo students are able to structure and schedule their own time. Modules, or classes of about 20 minutes in length, are offered throughout the day, Monday through Sunday. Students are free to schedule what they want, when they want, with adequate guidance, of course. Classes range in size from 120 students to 15, which allows for greater flexibility and maximum time use for the student and the teacher. All the basics are offered here, along with college preparatory classes for the 75% who choose to continue their education. The school is also unique in that it includes students from grades 7 to 12 and covers a 55-acre radius, with extensive sports facilities. But what makes this school tick is really the students themselves.
I guess I like the fact that it is a very unique school in that, you know, we do have required classes, but also there are many choices that we're allowed to make, and I think that helps prepare us for the college life.
People do have to take responsibility for their own actions, and you have a lot of choices to make. And
fortunately, the city of St. Cloud will never have to worry about an energy crisis. They've got plenty of extra right here.
And they are a happy group right now. Apollo leading Hibbing by the score of 2-1 after 2 periods. Well, the definition of a hockey parent goes something like this: a person who dedicates all of his or her free time to encourage their son or daughter's participation in the sport of hockey. We found a good example of this person in Red Wing, Minnesota.
Here in Red Wing, Minnesota, the word hockey is often associated with the name Kernan. From 10-year-old Colleen to parents Tom and Pat, hockey is more than just a sport. It's a way of life.
I've got to be at the arena at 8 to start the Bantam tournament.
Well, then Colleen has to be on the bus to go to Austin for her swim meet at 9:15.
Fulfilling the role of hockey parent isn't always easy, especially when it comes to juggling practices, games, and hockey-related activities. For 17-year-old Ann Kernan, playing on the boys' junior varsity team takes extra time and dedication. 14-year-old Mike participates daily as a goalie on the high school B team. And for 10-year-old Colleen, hockey is just one of the sports she enjoys. Yet, despite the varied schedules and interests, hockey has a way of bringing the family together.
It certainly structures some family recreation times when you go to their games, and that. I think more importantly, though, is emotionally the support that you give in terms of by your presence, you're in essence saying what you're doing is important.
For Anne, that emotional support is quite important. As the only girl on a boys' team, she's taken on a challenge that's helped improve her game and attitude.
But after a while, they get used to me and, see that there's nothing really wrong with that. So it's not that big of a problem anymore. You still get teased a little bit, but nothing that you can't handle.
It's an ego trip for me to think that I have a daughter who's doing something that's very, non-traditional. There have been times that haven't been easy for her, but I think that she's grown a lot. I think it's a real challenge for her.
According to her father, playing hockey now may benefit future plans for medical school.
If she can handle the hassle in a locker room for hockey, she sure as hell can handle the hassle in medical school that would be coming. Whether medical school ever results or not, I don't know. I think the important thing is that she knows she can take some hassling and still survive and function very well.
As far as the Kernans are concerned, it doesn't matter whether the children win or lose. It's more important that they play the game.
I think every hockey parent should have a degree. It should be a prerequisite. You have a degree in bus driving and a lot of time on your hands because they certainly need it.
The unsung heroes of hockey.
Yes, they are.
Well, Ralph, this is Hockey 84, continuing coverage of the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament.